Well, Tom, a lot of my patients who are reluctant to start using CPAP, saying that, Doc, my nose is always congested and I'm concerned that it might not be the most comfortable thing. And your experience has been quite different.
Almost immediately I saw an improvement in the clearness of my sinuses. It was a bit of a process in that in the morning you would have some stuffiness, but your head clears almost immediately when you begin usage, and it stays clear. The occurrence of head colds and allergic reactions, irritation to dust, pollen are all lessened. It's a great improvement in that situation, and I've benefited greatly from it.
And you have mentioned that one of your friend started you thinking about nasal congestion.
Another person, slightly older than me, also a CPAP user, mentioned that it was his experience as well. And even though I was aware of it, I hadn't really thought of it in any detail. And when he mentioned it, I realized it had been a remarkable change.
Great. The other thing which you mentioned, which I hear a lot, is you put it off for a little bit too long getting started on treatment. What do you have to say to people who are doing that exactly?
I work in the transportation industry. I was worried about the consequences of taking action,
Right.
as well as change. To make the commitment to do the sleep study and get the help that I needed to get normal sleep again. And unfortunately, I waited to the point where it was affecting my life dramatically. Anecdotally speaking, I've had an occasion where I slept poorly for approximately 24 hours. Came home, was driven home from Chicago, slept poorly for 3 or 4 hours, had difficulty making a 45-minute drive to my home, and immediately went to bed when I got there. It was taking me 36 to 40 hours to get
Wow.
a couple hours of sleep, and it was not deep, restful sleep. I waited until I had to do something. There's no reason to do that. This is not an intrusive device.
Nice.
It's comfortable. It has side benefits. Certainly, it's well worth
Right.
doing.
The third thing that I noticed was your travel routine.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed on your compliance report that you've been out 55 days out of 240 days traveling.
Actually, it's a great deal more than that.
Okay.
I'm gone approximately 30 to 48 hours and home for approximately 24.
Right.
And it's a continuous schedule without interruption. So I travel a great deal.
And yet you don't miss a night.
And unfortunately, I don't get to sleep at night either. I'm on call.
Okay.
I go when the phone rings.
Right.
So I sleep at all times. There's no routine whatsoever, and the CPAP made a tremendous difference in that respect. I've always been a good sleeper,
Right.
typically, and able to sleep at any time. But now I'm able to get restful sleep during the day, restful sleep at night,
Sure.
and it makes a tremendous difference because I have no regular schedule.
Would you recommend other frequent travelers to have another CPAP for travel use like you have?
Certainly, it's more convenient if you're able to do that, if it is at all possible. I think it makes the life of the machine last longer. It's easier to keep the appliances and masks clean, and it ensures that you'll actually use the machine.
Correct.
You haven't forgotten it.
Great. Thank you very much, Tom. I think these tips would be